From a Christmas reunion that changes everything, to a Southern Gothic love triangle that will leave you questioning every choice the characters make, today's top 5 is packed with romance stories you won't see coming. Trust me, the last one is unlike anything you've watched before. Welcome back to Cine Picks. Let's count them down. Starting at number 5, Two Women is a Canadian comedy that won the Special Jury Award at Sundance 2025. And the moment you hear the premise, you'll understand why. Florence and Violet are two suburban neighbors, both mothers, both quietly miserable in their comfortable lives, and both completely done pretending everything is fine. When Florence impulsively starts an affair with a handyman, it sparks something in both women, and what follows is a sharp, funny, and surprisingly honest look at what happens when two women decide to stop living for everyone else and start living for themselves. It's bold, it's a little chaotic, and it says more about marriage and motherhood in 2 hours than most serious dramas do in their entire runtime. Number 4 is Unpredictable, a Polish thriller that lives up to every single letter of its title. Set almost entirely in one apartment block, it follows a tangled web of neighbors caught up in betrayal, jealousy, obsession, and revenge, and the film doesn't give you a moment to breathe between twists. The sexual tension between the characters is thick from the very first scene, and just when you think you've figured out where things are going, the story pulls the floor out from under you completely. If you like your romance served with a side of psychological chaos and you don't mind reading subtitles, this one is an underrated gem that deserves way more attention outside of Poland. At number 3, The Desiring is one of the most morally complicated love stories you'll watch this year. Richard is a classic Southern gentleman living a perfectly simple life until he discovers his wife Claire is having an affair with his best friend Eric. But here's the twist that makes this film unlike anything else on this list. Instead of feeling betrayed, Richard finds himself drawn in. The closer Claire and Eric get, the more Richard is forced to confront painful memories of his deeply religious father and his own inability to truly connect with anyone. It's a Southern Gothic character study wrapped inside a love triangle, and it asks some genuinely uncomfortable questions about desire, longing, and whether the things we want are ever really what we need. Coming in at number 2, Connemara is the French romance that premiered at the 2025 Cannes Film Festival and quietly became one of the most talked about love stories of the year. Hélène has built what looks like a perfect life, a successful career in Paris, a family, everything she was supposed to want. Then a sudden burnout forces her to leave it all behind and move back to the small provincial town she grew up in. One evening in a parking lot, she runs into Christophe, the charismatic hockey prodigy from her high school days who represents everything she left behind and everything she never stopped wondering about. What follows is a slow-burn second-chance romance that's as much about identity and regret as it is about love. Melanie Thierry is absolutely captivating in the lead role.
You are a nightmare.
Gonna be fine. Such a small world.
And the number 1 pick, Our Little Secret, Lindsay Lohan is back on Netflix, and she brought the drama with her. Avery and Logan were deeply in love once, until a career opportunity and a badly timed proposal pulled them apart. 10 years later, they've both moved on, or so they think. When Avery discovers that her new boyfriend and Logan's new girlfriend are actually siblings, both of them end up under the same roof for Christmas, desperately pretending they've never met. What follows is two people who clearly never stopped having feelings for each other being forced to keep up a lie while surrounded by the most chaotic family holiday imaginable. It's funny, it's warm, it hit number 1 on Netflix in its first week for a reason, and it's proof that Lindsay Lohan in a Netflix rom-com is genuinely one of the most enjoyable things streaming has to offer right now.